Let us think of it in this way. You're running a race, and while running you observe that all your fellow competitors are way ahead of you, and now you logically think that let's quit the race. Why should I continue? Why should I even continue running the race? Or why should I even waste my energy running the race if I know I will not be able to win this race? It's a logical question. The problem with quitting the race in the middle is that this then later becomes a habit. And when you're making this decision of quitting the race, most probably your thought process will be like, I'll compensate for this in the upcoming races. And this thought has a very calming effect on you, because you know that when you begin the next race, everybody will be starting from the zero line. So there is no, except few people who have the natural advantage, everybody will be starting from the zero line. But the point that you're missing here is that once you take the decision of quitting the race, 95% of the people do not even want to look back at that race, because they have taken the decision to quit. They don't want to look back at the race. It doesn't feel good. Now if you don't look back at that, how will you identify what your mistakes were? Now if you don't identify those mistakes, now if you don't know what those mistakes were in the first place, there is a high chance that you will repeat the same mistake in the upcoming races. That's why I told you, again you will be lagging behind in that race. You will want to quit that race again. Now you can ask me a question. Now if I continue running the race, will I be able to identify my mistakes? The answer is yes, provided you are desperate or you have the amount of seriousness. Seriousness for this race. Race does not mean just writing the exam. Race means the entire period where you prepare for the exam till you give your final exam. This entire period is called what I mean by race, or compared to race. I'll try and tell you what happened with me. For a long period of my preparation, or long phase of my preparation, I was studying aimlessly. Whatever I had in front of me, I just read those. There is no a specific goal that I wanted to achieve. In the last 3 months, I became serious, like really serious about this race, only on the process and not on the result. When I became serious with the process, I automatically went back and checked what I did. There was no conscious decision that I made to go back and check what the mistakes I made. I automatically went back. Once that wave of seriousness hit me, I automatically went back, check what my mistakes were. For those people who are working hard, are putting in enough amount of time, they are trying their best but still not able to score, your mistakes fall in the category of not knowing the exam. 50% of the mistakes get solved when you're able to analyze what the NTA is trying to ask. Now if you're able to analyze in the sense, you have seen several videos that tell you these are the important chapters, this many number of questions are asked from these chapters. So if you're able to do that on your own, and along with these are the important chapters and these many questions are asked, and you also figure out what books I have to learn, 50% of your problems get solved there. Because now you will never waste 2 or 3 days studying difficult questions of solutions of triangle, because you know that difficult questions are not asked. In fact, solution of triangle, very less questions are asked. Now you will not try to learn from JEE for inorganic chemistry. You know only NCERT. And if you take, for example, you are studying surface chemistry, you will only study from NCERT. There is no second doubt whether I have to do from some other book. No, because only NCERT questions are asked. So I'll learn only from the NCERT. And you will only attend those mock tests where the questions are JEE mains level. Because you know, if you attend those mock tests with questions that are slightly higher than JEE mains level, you know, along with the result, you will get demotivation for free. The probability that you will be able to find the mistakes as you continue running the race from now is high. Never worry that whether you will be able to get 99 percentile or not. Results are not in your hand. Studying is in your hand. Don't let those stuff that are not in your hand to disturb you. This is not a motivational video and all. I just wanted to tell you why you need to just continue running the race.